Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. When you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Auburn Tigers, Jordan-Hare Stadium. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Oregon Ducks, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Auburn Tigers. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Auburn will kick it off to get things started. Coming out with it, it's Briggs. He's brought down to the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Reads it, fires complete. And they pick up just a few on that completion. All right, guys, let's think big picture for Oregon. At this point in the season, you're probably in if the playoff starts today, but it doesn't. A long way to go, and the margins will be extra thin from here on out.
No, because if the season ended today, you're basically right on the cusp outside of the top 5, so you need to keep winning. You need to keep the intensity up, playing with a sense of urgency. For the second half of the season, David, I think that's a massive key for this team.
It's so hard with young kids, 17, 18, 19, 20 years old, to get them to continue to focus on the game in and game out, not the rankings, not down the road. That'll be the challenge down the stretch.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Runs through a tackle. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Lost to throw again. Got his man. Jumped on top of the pile. The Ducks are in the hurry-up. Takes it from the gun on third down. Finds his man down the middle. Coming through that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
I think as a play caller, you love to see your guys getting into a rhythm early in the game, right? Third down, you dial up the slant. It's a good route, a good throw. This offense is off to a nice start.
To the air on first down. Lets it fly deep downfield. And incomplete on the deep ball. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They'll line up for a second down play. They'll run play action. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted in the first drive. Ends with the pick. He stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football. And this defense wanted to get off the field on the opening drive, keep the offense from establishing momentum. They did better than that. They took the ball away.
Yeah, you got to set the tone, right? On defense, early in this game on the opening drive, you're trying to kind of draw a line in the sand saying, look, this is who we are. This is what we came to do. We're going to be more physical, and we're going to take the football away. And a play like that, it just galvanizes and energizes the rest of the team.
Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
To the air on second down. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive.
Oh, that hit him in a bad spot, right in the hands. Great play. You still get a pass breakup, but, man, that could have been an interception by the defender there. Nice break on the football, but secure that big fella and get the six. Get the pick six.
Let's see what they find in the playbook for third and long from the 43. He wants to change this route. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Oh, and he just flat dropped it. You do not see this guy do that very often. It'll be fourth down.
And that doesn't happen very often. That's their go-to guy. I love the way they move him around the field, and they try to attack the middle with him to get the ball in his hands and let him do some damage. And he shows you the drop. Okay, it's in there, but it doesn't happen very often.
The one thing that can derail this offense, a bunch of 3-and-outs. They won't do that here, but they might go 4-and-out if they don't convert. They'll move the wide receiver. On fourth down, trying to find his man. Rifles it down the middle. He's got it on the outside. So they gamble on fourth down in the first half, and, man, does it pay off.
Fourth and long. I mean, what just fourth and short? Nowadays, man, so much aggression in college football. And how about right there? Fourth down and long. No problem. I got this in the first half.
Hey, tight.
And the Tigers with the first.
Don't cut this light off.
They'll leave it with him. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball off.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man all by himself. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Defense is about getting the guy on the ground, holding on for dear life. It's hard, I know, with so much speed on the outside, but you got to get that guy on the ground. When you miss one tackle, next thing you know, all that extra yardage is killing your defense.
Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Motion from the back. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater.
And it's really nice, whether it's RPO or not, is having a defensive line that stones the offensive line, takes away the gaps. It doesn't matter what your read is if you're winning up front on that defensive line.
Auburn comes to the line with a first and goal. Quarterback may change this route. A first down run in the red zone. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Auburn!
I think what you love about that opening drive for the offense is the balance. They were able to throw the football to set themselves up into position, and then he carries it in for the TD. You got to be able to keep defenses on their heels, and they did a nice job of that on this opening drive.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Briggs. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Hand off from the shotgun.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. The Ducks get a fresh set of downs with a fast, hard finish on that play.
Fast is the word. As long as I can remember watching Oregon football, it's always guys that can get the football, get downhill, get back in the line of scrimmage, run the next play really fast, but it always starts with the ground.
Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. The Ducks in the hurry-up.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
How frustrating is that? You're that running back. Where were you supposed to go? There was absolutely no lane for him on that play.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Fires to the big fella. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down mark. Ducks come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33. First play of the period, first down here. on first down. Finds his man. It's Briggs. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Ducks! Extra point here will tie the game. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
He'll bring it out. It's Snyder. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one.
Bro, I gotta chill out with all these fucking drop passes, bro.
Well, it's a nice
God
job by the
damn.
quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to adjust the pattern. Right back up top on 2nd and 10. Lofts one high and deep. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with 3rd down.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows.
Bro, that
fast.
two wide open drop passes they done did to me.
You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Working that left side now. He works his way to the 21-yard line. Not enough to pick up the 1st down. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. He's got it all right. Not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. What a play that time. They got way more than they needed to convert that 4th down.
But I love the execution of this quarterback. Everybody's sitting shallow, trying to take away the 1st down. He takes the ball down the field. Great strike. Nice play. Nice 4th down conversion.
One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Defense is about seeing it and pulling the trigger. And you can tell they pull the trigger so fast. Get to the back. Get him on the ground quickly.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Might be calling a hot route. Second down, they'll go to the air. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And that's a really good job by this defense. Complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
They've moved it to the 25, but now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires deep towards the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Auburn.
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game. And defenses can't cover it. With that last catch, this now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
He'll bring it out. It's Briggs. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Takes a hit as he fires. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Guys, let's chat for a moment about Oregon. Really interesting matchup here. It's always fun when the top two teams in the conference get to square off in the regular season. With all the expansion, it's become a little bit of a rarity, hasn't it?
It has. Obviously, there's so many teams in each conference, but head-to-head still very much matters. So if you're sitting, obviously, at the top like these teams are, the head-to-head this day will really matter down the road.
Yeah, this was a game we circled way back in the preseason, expecting these two teams to be as good as they are, and now we get to find out who's the best in conference. Both these teams relishing this opportunity to show not only their opponent, but the rest of the conference who the top dog is.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Complete, out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. And they are stopped on fourth down. That decision will be questioned. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Give to the running back. They get him down, tough run, picks up 4, they'll mark it at the 19. Auburn lines up quickly. It's complete! They will score! Touchdown, Tiger!
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone. It's Briggs. And the returner is stopped. To be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. He'll go out of bounds at the 28-yard line, and deep in your own end, you need plays like that. Now on first down from the 28. Looking to throw on first down. Got a man, it's Higgins. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Working well behind the sticks on second down. The play action fake. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
To do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. The short hands, it's Higgins. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly. Makes the grab on the right. Makes the grab and a nice gain. Gets it to the 35. Wants to go up top on first down. Here's the pressure. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. This time on target. The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone, make them execute, and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it, go make tackles, live to fight another down.
That's reeled in. It's
Yo,
Briggs.
dude, you right fucking real, bro.
At the 22. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on third and short.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense has just had enough. I think they've said, you know what, you can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions, giving up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
Oh, this crowd wants it. They want to roll Toomer's corner, but right now they want to stop on third down. Just a little
Right,
bit
Bill
too
for
much
the
juice
pick,
on that one.
man.
The freshman was taking a shot.
Hell.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. Third and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
Smashes it between the uprights. That cuts into the deficit. It's now 21-10. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's get you updated on a fascinating battle going down in the Pac-12. Utah is trailing right now, but it's only a couple of points. That quarterback just needs to show the poise of a young Alex Smith, and they are right back in this. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Washington State. If anything else happens in this one in the Pac-12 or anywhere else, we'll make sure you know about it, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll the officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The offense changing the play. Cold and fire complete. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Looking to fire. Oh, Almost a D lineman's dream, but he couldn't hang on. It'll be third down.
Well, a great job in coverage on the back end by the defense. You just got to finish the play. That should have been a pick.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking left. He's got it. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49.
That's a great lesson for young quarterbacks out there. You don't have to force every football deep down the field. I know it's third and long, and that play definitely is designated to go to a wide receiver somewhere, but hey, check it down to your running backs. These guys are great athletes, and they can make good things happen when you give them the ball in space.
Here comes Auburn to the line on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Had to throw it before he wanted. He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming in. There it is. Second down coming up. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Back to pass on second down. Fires to the middle. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover.
It seems like there may have been a miscommunication there between the QB and receiver, just not on the same page.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And after that incompletion, they are left with a third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He's got his man.
Not the fucking way, man.
Short, and we'll have a big fourth down coming. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. This is hardly a surprise. After converting their first 2 fourth down attempts, they'll try it again. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He rifles one deep down the right side. Into double coverage, and they made him pay. It's intercepted. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Plows through the defense. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Just about set to get this second half underway. Returner's going to try to see what he can get. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. So here comes the Auburn offense. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback, Van. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Got his man quickly. No chance to run, but they still move it forward.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. What that means is keeping third downs management. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play call.
This is the type of play that can give the offense momentum. Third and short from inside the 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they really could have used that catch there.
Gosh, bro.
Defense, it brings up a fourth down.
Well, this offense did a lot of good things there in the first half. Wouldn't surprise me if they punt this one away after that incompletion on third down. They do have the lead. I think you've got to put some trust in your defense here to not give up any points and get you the ball back.
Now on 4th down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on downs.
I'll tell you, man, analytics in college football now are changing the way coaches think about down and distances. And listen, I know there are probably some metrics out there that say you should go for it in that situation because the percentages are telling you you got a good shot at keeping the football and keeping possession. That time, though, they're not able to come up with it. And they've now given up the football.
Touchdown, Oregon! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And that was a play call the coordinator had in his back pocket. He was hoping his defense would get the stop on 4th down. They did. There was no question. He was telling his quarterback, if we take the field, we're taking a shot. You know who you're throwing it to. What a great job of having a shot play ready to go, and it pays off.
Here's the snap, looking to throw. And he makes the catch, but just a hair out of the back of the end zone. It'll be incomplete. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Brings it back out to his own 29-yard line before going out of bounds, and his offense will have the ball there. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on 4th downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
Quick completion to the right. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Oh, my God.
Great job by the defense seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Plenty of time as he fires it to the right. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
This game just feels so different than it did in the first half. After that incompletion, now setting up 4th down, they only have a 1-possession lead. Things were looking so much better earlier in the game. They're going to have to get it together throwing the football if they want to win this game.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And the incomplete pass lets his defense get the ball back for its own great field position.
I know the analytics tell me to be aggressive and go for it, but in the second half, in these ball games, The analytics don't work for every single situation. And right now, you've set them up. I just hope this one doesn't come back to bite you right in the hind.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. It's hard enough to stop these guys, let alone when they get field position like this. They scored last time, and this time they'll crank it up from inside the red zone. There he goes. Touchdown Ducks. They looked finished, but they're all the way back, and they have the lead. That's his third touchdown pass of the day. The defense has no clue how to respond right now.
No, and the defense has had absolutely no answer. He's been on the money. He's been on fire, making the right decisions and just carving this defense up.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
I love the coverage by the defense right here. Great job getting up in their space. Nothing easy down here for a two-point conversion. The interception was just great.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those fourth down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
The Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They'll give it to the back. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? You got to think they'll try to muscle their way forward on 3rd and short from the 29. Making side adjustments here. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as they get him down to the 37.
Well, these two have been absolutely unstoppable in this game, and it just feels like every time this guy drops back to throw, he's throwing it to one guy and one guy only. The defense cannot stop him. He has been a matchup nightmare all game long.
And he'll make the grab along the sideline, but is not able to get to the first down marker. Still some work to do after that last completion. It's 2nd down. The inside handoff. Noses ahead to the 30-yard line, a pickup of 1.
I think if you're the coaching staff, you have to like what you've seen from this guy so far in the game. He's pumped out some really nice runs. Obviously, he's already scored a touchdown. Really nice run there as well. And for me, I would keep thinking about creative ways of getting this guy the ball as the game goes on here in the second half.
Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a...
Touchdown, Tigers! And that one will put them up here in the second half.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And now they'll try to get the 2-point conversion, guys. Motion from the wide receiver. They're trying to slam it in. He stopped short on the 2-point conversion attempt. They went right back to the well with the man who scored the touchdown, but he couldn't get it in for the 2. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. They'll start this drive going to the air. He's going to throw deep right side. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
You know, these throws to the perimeter of the field can be so tricky for a quarterback. You've got to be pinpoint accurate and have great timing. You didn't see it there from the QB.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Looking for space. It's Higgins. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. From the gun, they'll try the middle. He stopped right at the 31-yard line. That's not enough for a first down. It'll be fourth.
Hello. We got that to high from the college.
I understand the desire to keep the ball, but going for it inside your own 40?
Alex. Yeah. It's too bad I said.
That's the end of the period, and Auburn has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory.
Nah.
Down a possession here in the fourth, and they'll need to convert on this fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Incomplete on fourth down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
And listen, obviously, you know, at this area of the field, it's a question, it's a debate whether or not you go for that on fourth down. At the end of the day, though, I think this coach believes in his own playmakers, and he's got guys on offense that he feels can make a play in that type of situation, and he's got confidence in him. That time they weren't able to come up with it. Be curious to see what this guy does if they're in a similar situation as this game moves on.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Fires to the wideout. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much.
And on that incompletion, I think the quarterback was being just a bit too careful, trying to throw that ball too far outside, obviously aware that the defenders are coming from the inside. You don't want to put it behind the intended target and risk the pick six, but he needs to be more accurate.
And guys, they really need to take advantage of this field position on 3rd and long. Might be changing the route. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Catch in the middle, it's Snyder. The chains will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18.
And they did everything right in this 4-minute type situation, trying to bleed the clock. First you get the completion, then you get the first down, and you stay in bounds. You could not execute that play any better.
Rides the back on the option to give. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
You got to give the coaching staff credit because they really do focus all season long on situational football with the lead late in the game. If we're on offense, we're trying to stay in bounds. We're trying to bleed the clock. And after ripping off a really nice run, that guy knew, I've got to get down. I cannot get pushed out of bounds, cannot get tackled out of bounds. Really, really nice job.
They'll move the tight end. And keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense, first and goal from the 7.
Really impressed with the running back. His stats haven't been great, right? Every yard has been hard to come by, but these are some of the best runs we've seen in the game by him, and it's happening at the most important time here in the fourth quarter.
So this offense with an opportunity to put this game in a hammerlock if they can score and bleed the clock. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
Well, two things you're thinking about here offensively is, one, you want to take as much time off the clock. But two, you really want to score another touchdown to make this a 2-possession game. You could almost ice it if you can find a way to get in the end zone here. Just take your time. Don't snap it too quickly.
Go straight ahead. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Yeah, and I think my thought process needs to be points are good. Because if I get a field goal here, that's fine. I take the lead by more than a field goal. They got to go the length of the field. But I also want to run this clock, let it continue to work. But the goal is to get a touchdown. So let's see what this offense dials up next.
We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. This is a big third down. If they can move the chains, they can just about salt this game away. Over. You got two. Wide receiver comes in motion. Zings it complete to the right. Touchdown, Tiger. All that baby in, and then stroll into the end zone for the score. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Interesting showdown in the MAC today, man. Take a look at how things are playing out. Miami has the lead right now, but even here in the cradle of coaches, you just never know. This has been a tight one inside Yager Stadium. They're up by 7 over Ball State. Any big developments here in the MAC, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Guys?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Here's a throw downfield late. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up.
Oftentimes as a quarterback, when you have success early, you earn the right to take more shots. I think that's what you're seeing now in this game. We're here late. They're still throwing it deep because this quarterback's thrown 3 touchdown passes. He's proven to his coach that he can get it done and he can make the right decisions and not put his offense in harm's way. And that's why you're still seeing them throw it vertically downfield.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. Grab behind the line. It's Higgins. He'll go out of bounds at the 22, methodically moving it away from their own end zone. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He's taking a deep shot and trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Complete out of the backfield. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. Lost a throw on first down. He wants a big play here late. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, the defense's attention.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. Grabbed over the middle. It's Higgins. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Just keeps slinging it. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Higgins. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Looking downfield on 1st down. Here's a heat. Blasted as he lets it go. Complete downfield. What a nice connection. Knocked down immediately, and they've got it at the 25. To the air on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Can't hold on. He had him right down the middle, and he flat dropped it.
Well, the windows right now to throw into are getting smaller and smaller. How about the defender that time breaking on the ball? It was the hit that caused the incompletion.
Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. Off play action. Under fire. He got a hand in there. Knocks it away. Incomplete.
And you just got to know the situation of the game, honestly. After that incompletion, now setting up 3rd down. You've still got timeouts. You can attack the middle of the field. It's all out there for you. There's no need to panic. Because of those timeouts, you still have an eternity to get back in this game.
This Auburn crowd trying to conjure up a little magic here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Hauls it in. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. It's caught. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Timeout called by the offense. 23 seconds remaining in the game. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Got it! Into the end zone for a touchdown, and here in the final minute, they still have a chance.
Well, the good news is you scored a touchdown. You've made this a one-possession game. The bad news is you got to get the ball back. So if you're the head coach, you got to start thinking, how are we going to do that? Are we going onside kick, or do we trust our defense to give it back to the O?
The clock is at 20 seconds left to play. They'll line up for an onside kick to try to pull it out. Don't think that one made it 10 yards before they got the eager paws on top of it, and the flags will fly. These onside kicks are nearly impossible anyway, but you have to at least give them a chance by getting the ball 10 yards. They'll take the penalty and take over with the lead. This quarterback happy enough to take a knee and head to the locker room, but the defense still does have a couple of timeouts if they want to use them.